Okay, so we have the signed offer from the buyer now. And let's just say we need to make a counteroffer, or you've received an offer from a seller and you need to make a counteroffer. The first thing you want to do is go ahead to your email and you want to save the signing by clicking in the download the signed copy. And once you've saved that, save it to either the cloud or your desktop or wherever you want to save it. And then pull it into documents by hitting the plus sign right here. Once you do that, it'll go into the signed documents area as a document and no longer a form. While you're in your dashboard, go ahead and open up form 36, the counteroffer form. And if I didn't show you how to find that already, you can hit the plus button to add a form, and you can either search by the name, or you can just type in the form number that you know you need to use. So for newer agents who may not have all the forms memorized, I would go ahead and just use the search bar till you find the form you're looking for. Once you do that, hit the plus button and it puts that form into this section here where you can fill it out completely. When you're making your counteroffer, go ahead and hit the person you represent in this line right here as whoever you represent. In this example, it is the buyer. And then the undersign would be the seller, because your buyer is going to sign on the top line, the seller is going to sign on the bottom line, or the person making the counteroffer is the one signing on the top. The person receiving the counteroffer is the person signing on the bottom. Go ahead and change the changes you need to make. In my case, an example, I'm just going to change the purchase price. And then make sure you put in your offer expiration date. If you leave this blank, it does default to 2 days. And remember, those are 2 business days. All timelines expire at 9 p.m. Once you've done that, hit exit and save. What you want to do, especially when you receive a signed copy, is name it something different. I like to call mine signed offer, or something that, makes me think, oh, this has been signed. It differentiates itself from the other items in the document list. Pull up that document, then go ahead and click the pen icon to send it to Authentisign. By taking it directly from the documents to Authentisign, you're going to avoid this program auto-populating the signature blocks. It's already been signed. We don't need those blocks populated anymore. Once you pull it up, you can see that the signature is right here. There's nothing overlapping it, but we are making a change. You're going to want to add your participants from the transaction. You're going to go ahead and go to Documents and add that counter offer addendum. It'll be labeled right here, Form 36, counter offer addendum. And you can even check to make sure it's the right one by clicking on it. It just pulls up a nice picture of what you've filled out. Back arrow takes you back to the screen before. And click Add. And then close out the window. Now, I like to rearrange these because I want my counteroffer to be shown in front. So I'm going to go to these little dots and I'm just going to click and drag it up on top. That changes the order of everything. As you can see, there are no signatures in the signing blocks. So what you'll want to do next is take your client's signature, click it, and drag it over to the signature space. Now, if you need to make sure that you have the auto date set up, you can click these auto date buttons and then you can save this as the default setting. Since I have changed something in the counteroffer, I'm going to go ahead and make a note of that on the rest of the purchase and sale because I want this to be crystal clear that this is what we're changing. I like to use the strike through option in the tools. And that creates a really clean line. So you just click and drag across. I am counteroffering this price. When you counteroffer, all you need to do is strike through. There's no need to have initials or signatures or anything with this. But what you also want to do is click the text box, and at the top of the purchase and sale agreement, in the largest font you can, in bold, with a transparent background, and sometimes I use red, you want to double click in here and write C counteroffer. You can click this and drag it across so everything's on one nice line. You can drag it to the center of the page, whatever you need to do to make it look pretty, but we want to make note that this is definitely being counteroffered. And again, no initials are needed with this if you have this 36 counteroffer form. Right, now that you've done that, the rest of the offer is still attached in here. Everything will be shown that you've had signed. And the next step you can do is click send to have it signed by your client.